This is TV18 and you are watching CNN IBN.
The thousands pouring in here to Jantar Mantar to demand that Jan Lokpal bill. But is the Jan Lokpal bill necessarily the best way forward? Genuinely will solve the country's corruption problem, which is the Jan Lokpal bill?
I think the government really insulted the people of India with the very effete and insulting Lokpal bill that they drafted.
Right.
I think this anger... I mean, I don't know how a law minister in his right senses can present something like that to deal with such a big challenge.
Right.
And that's why I think the alternative Lokpal bill that group of activists have prepared has taken the pendulum swing in the other direction to say, we want it all, we want a magic wand. And this magic
we want that one superhero who will be judge, jury and executioner. Let's put that to Harish Salve. Harish Salve, what do you think about the draft of the Jan Lokpal bill that the civil society group has drafted? What do you think of the civil society version of the Jan Lokpal bill?
Yes, if you suggest that there has been any corruption in the decision taken by the government, it must immediately come before the Lokpal. But corruption-free governance has to be kept outside the Lokpal.
Chetan Bhagat, you know, there's tremendous amount of, as we've been saying, positive energy here. People are pouring, and it's almost as if people want a kind of catharsis. They want to give vent to the kind of feelings they have over this last year of terrible corruption and degradation that we have been enduring. But is this a search for a single entity like the Lokpal, slightly romantic, slightly naive? Is it utopian? Because at the end of the day, as Harsh Mandar and Harish Salve are saying, corruption is a much more complicated problem. It can't just be solved by one Lokpal.
I have stayed in Hong Kong for 13 years. They called it the ombudsman there, and Hong Kong used to be a very corrupt place, and they made a strong ombudsman, and now it is one of the least corrupt places in the world. And you know, it does help. It does help a lot.
You've written Mera Neta Chor Hai on your hand. Can you show that to us, Chetan Bhagat? Mera Neta Chor Hai. That's what Chetan Bhagat has written on his hand.
Just to create disgust.
That's getting a big clap from people here.
I'm not saying I'm saying Mera Neta Chor Hai. Just if you translate it, it's like my leader is corrupt. I'm not saying all are corrupt. I would say if you're not corrupt, you would not fear the Lokpal bill at all. It's like putting a police station in the neighborhood. Would you complain? No, because you're not a thief.
Too much energy here. There's too much yearning for change. Thanks very much indeed. If you had one message to give the government, what would you say? Come here, Manmohan Singh. Come here, Sonia Gandhi. Come to Jantar Mantar and talk to us and see the people.